Hey guys, what's good? We're going to be going over the best Neural links for every character in the game. So first we're going to start with Suomi. Hop over to your Neural link. So these Neural links really change how the character plays. It makes a huge difference on how good they actually are in combat. So first off, you want to be getting your Unyielding Momentum, which is after using an active skill, Winter's Wrath. If the target stability break, restore 2 points of the unit stability. Really good. Next one you want, this one is huge, the Little Guardian. At the start of battle, gain 3 points of basically skill points. So that means you can ultimate straight out the gate. Ultimating straight away with her is huge instead of waiting the first turn, so you're always protected. Then the final one you want is right here, Immovable. Basically, when you're inflicted with stun, taunt or paralysis, you'll immediately cleanse it and you'll put up a frost barrier of 60% of her attack. Really solid. Next character, we're going to be going into Sabrina. So Sabrina's best Neural links are the Evolved Node Delicious Sharing, gains 3 skill points straight off the bat, so you can drop her ultimate immediately as well. And then you've got the next one, which is Eat Well, Sleep Well. When the Confectant Index is not full, recovers 2 points of Stability Index for each point of Confectus Index gained. Really, really good. Then the final one you want to go for is the active skill Meal Preparation is modified to affect 5 tiles around self and no longer applies movement down. It now applies Taunt, which means everyone will attack her after you've stacked your ultimate buff and you've got Suomi's shield on her. Really, really overpowered. You do need to be level 40 for that one, but yeah. So that one is her best. Next is Kyungju. So the Neural links for her is Concentration, gain 3 skill points at the start of battle, really nice. Next, Efficient Planning, before one support action, cleanse 1 buff from the target. Then the final one is Targeted Training, while in support mode applies defense down 2 to the target for 1 turn before the allied unit is back. Then, the best ones for Sharky are the Thermal Feedback. When an enemy target within range is affected by Overburn, perform 1 instance of Wise Support, dealing physical damage up to 80% of attack, and 2 points of stability damage, can be triggered 3 times per turn. Really nice. Then, you've got both of them in this category, Deadly Allure, which at the start of this unit's action, if there is an enemy unit with Overburn on it, on the field gains Blazing Assault for 1 turn. Then this is the next third best in slot. When using the active skill Perfect Rising Tone, if the target has Overburn, gains Blazing Assault 2 before the attack for 2 turns. So basically, you always want to be putting Overburn when you are using Sharky, okay? Then, the next character we have is Cheetah. So Cheetah's best Neural links are Increase Action Support range by 2 tiles, which is super useful invention right there. Then, Big Prank. Attack is increased by 3% for each buff the user has, maximum 15%. As you know, Cheetah pops her ultimate, which does like 2 to 4 random buffs, which is pretty huge to be fair. And then, finally, this one, Genius Support Plan. The active skill Fireworks Festival no longer deals damage to the enemy target. Its effect is modified to restore HP to 90% of the attack. Okay? And it cleanses 1 debuff. Really, really solid. Next, we have Groza. So Groza's best Neural links are Multi-dimensional Assessment. If still a stability break occurs, applies a defense down and an attack down for 1 turn. Then the next is Controlled Advance. When using Perfect Cover, additionally applies 1 attack up. And then finally, Firework Superiority. If Heavy Suppression causes the enemy target to enter stability break, applies a taunt for 1 turn as well, which is really good. Then we have Nemesis. Okay. So Nemesis' best are Potent Curse. If the enemy is marked with Proficiency Warning, applies a defense down before launching the attack. Then Silent Catastrophe. When killing a target marked with proficiency of Morning and gains the attack up and damage up for 1 turn. Really solid. And then finally, when a target marked with proficiency of Morning is killed by this unit, gain 1 point. So basically, if you just keep using proficiency of Morning, you're gonna be doing a lot of damage with her because everything applies to that one move. Then we've got Colfin, whatever her name is, Colleen, Colfney. I'm not actually sure. So her best are: first one, Emergency Express. The effect of the active skill Battlefield Glow is enhanced, and it also recovers HP of the targets within 3 tiles. Really nice. Next is Combat Medic. When the HP of the user is above 80%, increase their attack by 10%. Bit of extra damage. And then next is Recover at Rest. Randomly cleanse 1 debuff from the target after healing. Really solid. Then we have Krolik. Next ones for her are Momentary Focus. Reduce the skill point consumption of the active skill slot or a sequence by 1 point. Then last of them are the best ones, so these are the last 2 that you want. Instinctive Pursuit. At the start of action, if there are enemy units with Overburn on the field, gain 2 Blazing Assault. Then Hidden Poise. Before attacking, if this unit moved more than 3 tiles, increase the criticals rate by 10%. Pretty decent as well. Then we've got Latara. Her best are gaining experience, gains 1 point of skill for every 3 instances of damage dealt. Okay. Then the last 2 you want are these 2. Impressive Advantage. When exploiting a phase weakness, randomly apply 1 debuff to the target for 2 turns. Then Identifying Gaps. If the target has defense debuffs, increases critical rate by 15%. Really nice. And then we've got Nagant. Nagant's best ones are Veteran's Experience. When attacking enemy targets with defensive debuffs, reduce the cooldown of the active skill by 1 turn. Legends of the Guardians. When using Friends of Justice, if it hits 2 times, the first hit deals physical damage equal to 10% of the attack, and the second hits for 130% of attack. And then finally, One Shot, One Victory. If the target has movement debuffs, increases critical rate and critical damage by 100%. Basically doubles your damage. Nice. Then we've got Cassenia, somewhere around there. Her best ones are Win-Win Partnership. When healing an allied target other than the user, applies 1 random buff. Then you have Friendship Gift. When applying a burn buff, additionally cleanses 1 debuff. Nice. Discount Guide. If the user possesses Heat Recovery at the end of the action, it gains 1 skill point. Really nice. Then finally on my account we've got Velpy. Velpy's best ones are, so we've got Safe Viewing Distance. Increases stability damage dealt against the enemy target with the movement debuff by 2 points. That's really good, actually. Then Dino Dash. When using exclusive stage, ignores 10% of the cover damage reduction. And then finally, we have Stage Commitment. When applying a movement debuff to a large target, additionally deals 1 instance of fixed damage equal to 15%. Then, finally, we'll move over to the web app and I'll show you the last characters. So, we haven't seen Ulrid yet. Ulrid's best teams. Not best teams. The best ones are second one, so the first one at the bottom, which is Predation, and the second one at the top, which is Appropriate Caution, and the last one is Situational, so pick whichever one you want. Then we have Tololo, who we haven't gone over. Tololo's best Helix is the second set at the top, Invisible Light, and the first set at the top. So the first one in, Comet Trail Transit, second one in, Invisible Light at the top, and for the third you can choose between the following. So choose any of those that you'd like, so basically pick any you want, and the third one's nice. Then we've done Suwon, we've done Sabrina, we haven't done Paritia yet. Finally, I think this could be the last character. Paritia, you want temporary system maintenance, which is the first one at the top, and then you want to go all the way to the last two, which is a brief respite and friendly contact. And then I'm just gonna have a quick look. Is there any we haven't done? We haven't done Mosin yet. So for Mosin, you want the first set in at the top, which is security patrol. Second set at the top, which is maintain order, and then second set at the bottom, which is positive mindset adjustment. So that's everything, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.